Hello. Today I'm going to read a story of somebody who believed in Jesus and who acted on that belief and trust in three different ways in this story. It comes from Mark's Gospel, chapter 9. Then they came to a town called Jericho. As Jesus was leaving there with the followers and a large crowd, a blind beggar named Bartimeaus, son of Timaeus, was sitting by the road. He heard that Jesus from Nazareth was walking by. The blind man cried out, "Jesus, Son of David, please help me." Many people scolded the blind man and told him to be quiet. But he shouted more and more, "Son of David, please help me." Jesus stopped and said, Tell the man to come here." So they called to the blind man. They said, "Cheer up, get to your feet. Jesus is calling you." The blind man stood up quickly. He left his coat there and went to Jesus. Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" And the blind man answered, "Teacher, I want to see again." Jesus said, "Go, you are healed because you believed." At once, the man who was able to see again, and he followed Jesus on the road. Now, many people were actually scolding the man because he was shouting out and making a lot of noise, and they kept telling him to shut up. But despite that, he carried on praying. He kept on calling out to Jesus despite people telling him to be quiet. And he acted in faith, in believing that Jesus would still hear him, even if the people around were trying to discourage him. And actually, when Jesus stopped, instead of walking up to the man who couldn't see, he asked the man to come to him. So the man had to stand up and find his way to Jesus, maybe with some help from people around, but he still had to get up and go to Jesus rather than wait for Jesus to come to him. And that required a little bit of faith for him to actually get up from his place. And then when he was healed, he actually followed Jesus. And it says that he left his coat behind. Now, usually with the blind people and the lame and the sick, because they couldn't do anything for a living, what they used to do was to sit and beg. And when they begged, they used to put their coat out in front of them. So the coat that he left behind would have had all his earnings from his begging. So the fact that he left it behind showed he had faith, not only that Jesus was able to heal him, but also able to provide for him. So the three acts of faith within that story that led to the man being healed.